Good?
Yeah.
Alright, if you'll allow me, the beginning of this is a little more casual. I just want to talk to you for a second. It's not really what you do for me, but eventually I promise there'll be a phone. So I got this nephew, right? He happens to be real sick, right? 13-year-old kid. So me, I started asking a bunch of questions like, why him? I started asking questions that most people romance but don't have the balls to say out loud, like, I know plenty of people who deserve to be sick more than a 13-year-old kid. In fact, I'm higher on that list than a 13-year-old kid. I've probably taken from the world more than he knows. Pray for me. Yet, me, fucking fine. I breathe well. Stand upright, see clear, speak loud, complain thoroughly, love honestly, forgive only the way a healthy person knows how to forgive. And yeah, we all have our issues, right? We got money problems, right? All our jobs fucking suck. She won't answer your calls. But what if your lungs don't answer your commands?
What?
If you look down, begging them to expand, maybe your hand won't stop shaking. So you look at the clock, because the doctor told you to time your seizures. Almost like you're actively diagnosing yourself, and you hate to break it to you, but it's not looking good. You're at peace with a goodbye, but you don't think everyone else would deal so gracefully, so you cry. Not because you'll miss everything, but because you miss everything. And I promise you, I'm not pretentious enough to say I wish I could take this place. I was probably twice afraid as he was, and it was him going through it. I find myself asking more questions like, who the fuck is up there? Do you have any idea what you're doing? Do you find it hard to decide who goes and who stays? Do you cry too? Do you pray to yourself for a better understanding of us, down here, the ones crying? And just when I couldn't get any angrier, he got better. We as men are too worried about our legacy, we stare a blind eye towards our blessings. We outline our future in chalk instead of outlining it on paper. We pray in grenades. Yet we thank you under our breath. We say grace as we're already taking the first bite, rushing to an end like we've earned this meal ourselves. Our religions, whatever they may be, should not be on call when disaster strikes. They should be a reminder that it hasn't.
All right.
We couldn't find Haiti until you forced us to look them in the eyes. New Orleans was just Mardi Gras before it was a tragedy. We have always prayed at the wrong time. It's like you came down and explained to me that I'm healthy because I probably wouldn't have handled the pain as well as he did. And the kid started off pretty brave, but they removed that growth from the back of his brain and put a lion's heart into his chest. We are not all built the same, but we are loved equally. And I am not perfect, but my family is. Now I understand that your brushstroke perfect 13-year-old face is here to remind me that spring is just beyond the tomorrow, and although you were born at the dull end of a razor blade, it could have been worse. You were precise, but safe. And maybe one day I'll have the courage to question less, pray more, to love right, smile fairly, but most importantly, watch my mouth when I talk to God.